Good evening all, this is David West here, your news editor, here with XG247, and we're in an alleyway behind Hamleys, just off Oxford Street, and we're outside a nightclub, but it's not even 6 in the evening, so there must be something going on. We're going to head inside and see what it might be. Thanks. Right, we'll go inside, see what's going on. What could it be? Come on, we're going to make our way in. We're going to see. It looks busy. It's only 6 in the evening. Very busy. That's right, it's the worldwide media reveal of F1 2010, and we are here to check out all the news.
Welcome to a first look at F1 2010. Hi, I'm Paul Gill, Senior Producer on Formula 1 2010.
My name's Stephen Hood. I'm the Chief Designer on Formula 1 2010.
Hi, I'm Anthony Davidson.
Right, good evening everybody, this is David West here, still here with TFMX, and just checking out the reveal event for F1 2010, and I'm here with...
Hi, I'm Andy Gray, I'm the Communications Manager on F1 2010.
Okay, so could you just obviously explain a little bit about what you're showing off here today?
Yeah, so this is our first reveal event. Obviously, we announced last week that Formula 1 2010 was coming to PS3, Xbox 360 and PC. So this is our first kind of real showcase event, showing off where we're taking the game and the new things we're doing with Formula 1. Formula 1's been kind of stuck in this rut over a number of years as a game. People think they know exactly what they're going to get from it. We're showing our new direction with the game, really.
Okay, and your sort of mantra for this edition seems to be, you know, live the life alongside obviously the driving. I mean, how much does that then come into the main game itself?
Well, I mean, it's very much based around a career mode, so the mantra is be the driver, live a life. Be the driver is absolutely everything you'd expect from pretty much any racing game, especially an F1 game. So it's all the on-track stuff, it's practice, it's qualifying, it's racing. The live a life stuff is that kind of thing, the transition from when you get out of the car. So it's the girls, it's the press, it's the glamour, it's the... When you get out of the car, you finish in the top 3, you go into a press conference, just how you did, that kind of thing. It's taking it away from that very staid kind of experience that Formula 1 probably has been in the past.
Okay, so in terms of the press conferences and things like that, the questions that you answer and how you answer them, will they have an effect on your personality and how you're perceived then by the media?
Yeah, absolutely. There's 2 different kinds of press in the game. There's impromptu, so say you've just finished a practice session or qualifying. You come out of the garage and immediately you have kind of, like you're doing now, microphone in your face, Andy, can we get a comment on this?
Yeah.
And so that's probably going to be the more probing questions, stuff like, you didn't qualify very well, what's it down to? So you might choose to blame a teammate, or another driver, you might say, completely my fault, you might say, my team have built me a dog of a car. All those kind of decisions that you make, all those comments are going to have an effect on you, on your teammate, on the way your team sees you, on the way the other drivers see you. So that's all built in as a kind of like a tree process that if you say that you've got a kind of negative, positive, team negative kind of comments that you can make. Similarly, the press conference, which is a lot more formal, the kind of stuff you see immediately after a race or after qualifying, it's quite a bit more of a staid atmosphere really, and the questions are a lot more formal, and generally you've done well if you're in one of those press conferences.
Yeah.
So that's all pretty positive, that you can say, yeah, my team's done a great job, or yeah, I'm doing really well, and maybe look to move yourself onto a bigger or a better team as you see it.
Okay, so I mean, in terms of moving teams, obviously within the live the life aspect of the game, you have an agent. You have an agent this time around, and so obviously I take it then they will negotiate for you and try and get you a better deal, or move to other teams, or?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think in previous F1 games it's all been done by an email system. So you get an email that you've maybe that so and so might be interested in you, whereas now we've actually got a character in the game who will say to you, look, Team X is interested in you, you need to do this, that and the other to get a drive, and then actually what you might say is, oh, I'm going to hold out for someone else, and then you start seeing that the grid slots are actually getting taken up, so then you might have to take someone that you weren't originally looking to take. So yeah, the agent's a very important person in the game.
Okay, obviously 2009 was a very controversial year for Formula 1 as a whole, for the sport itself. I mean, when all these things were going on last year with obviously race fixing, and then you obviously had things like FOTA and Concord agreements and the possibility of a breakaway series, did that obviously maybe change what you were doing or put on hold some of the things that you were trying to get done, or?
I think we were always confident that Formula One would carry on pretty much in the guise that it is still in. It is one of those sports. It's very political. It's very cutting edge, and a lot of the teams they just want the best for their team. We were always confident that 2010 would go ahead, and as it's proved, this is probably on paper the most exciting season ever. You've got the likes of Hamilton and Button at the same team. You've got Schumacher back in the sport. You've got Alonso at Ferrari. It should be an absolutely fantastic season.
And those personalities that you mentioned, they seem to obviously for this particular edition, they seem to be very much with their own personality. Within the game, they will then have a similar personality to the way they have in real life.
Yeah, absolutely. A big concentration of ours is AI on track. So we want to have it so that different drivers have different driving styles. So you have Button, who's very smooth. You'll have Alonso, who's just generally bloody brilliant. Personal opinion. Yeah. You then have, say Massa will be excellent in Istanbul, but might struggle in the wet. Vettel excellent in the wet. Schumacher excellent in the wet. So having these different kinds of driving styles, and also their ability to cater for circumstances in different ways.
Okay. And I suppose our final question would be: obviously, you sound like an Alonso fan. Is he your pick for this season?
I'm not per se an Alonso fan. I'm actually probably, if I had to nail my colours to a Hamilton fan.
All right.
But I think Alonso would be my tip for the season. Yeah. I think it's a
pretty safe bet at the moment.
Yeah, he's probably the best driver in probably the best car. So it's normally the way to choose these things.
So I suppose once the game comes out, we then need to try and emulate him. So.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we'll be out before the end of the season as well, so there'll be an opportunity to catch up, be an opportunity to play the Korean circuit before it's even been raced. Yeah. So yeah, it's exciting stuff.
Yeah, it is. Thank you very much for your time, Andy.
No, thank you.